Hi Pisces, I'm Anisha. You can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. You can also visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. And we're going to be speaking about Saturn transit that is happening in Pisces or continues transiting in Pisces in 2014. Now Pisces, Saturn has been there in Scorpio since 2013 and it's been there in your 9th house, and it carries on being there the entire 2014 till about 23rd of December, and post that it will move into your 10th house in Sagittarius. Now Saturn lessons are normally, and Saturn is known to be a hard taskmaster, and it insists on taking you back on the blackboard for all the lessons that you have not learned well, specifically regarding that particular house as to where it is that it's transiting. And since it is focusing on your 9th house, it's speaking about travel, it's speaking about short distance travel, it's speaking about interaction with different cultures, with foreigners. It speaks about higher education. So a lot of Piscean college students could find it quite a task since 2013 to 14 to, if you're finishing your degree or you're in college, you could find it quite hard to focus and to study, and it will really seem like one momentous thing that you have done by the time that your degree comes through. You have Saturn transits have been feared for centuries. The superficial reading suggests that they bring all sorts of calamities with it. It brings about depression, it brings about illness. It also suggests that Saturn is this mean person who is mean just for the sake of being mean. There is a lot of fear that is that Saturn brings about with it. That's a reputation. And a lot of times I've heard people say, oh, Saturn has been there for 2.5 years in my chart, or Saturn has been there for 7.5 years, and I'm facing all the bad luck, all the ill luck, everything that is going wrong in my life is because of Saturn. Well, partially it is true. Now what Saturn really does is that it brings things to conclusion for you. So say for example, if it is transiting a part of your chart, your 10th house, that has to do with career, your reputation, success. Now Saturn will bring about lessons, life lessons, which have to do with how it is that you deal with success, how it is that you deal with teamwork, how it is that you behave when a lot of power is given to you. Do you misuse it? Do you use it to your advantage? Are you unnecessarily harsh? Are you just busy accumulating money? Do you become very selfish and miserly? However, on the other hand, if your I's are all dotted and your T's are all crossed, and you choose to work along with Saturn, that you choose to share those resources, that you choose to stay humble, and you choose to understand that power has been given to you, which could be temporary, and it is not really there for your selfish gains, then success, the kind of success that Saturn brings you at that point of time, it is phenomenal. It's extremely rewarding. And Saturn, before it leaves your chart, say about 2.5 years is approximately when Saturn moves each planet, and you could receive a job promotion, you could receive some professional kudos, it could be some form of a public professional recognition that could be there, a lot of accolades. So the kind of rewards that come with Saturn are really phenomenal. You could just completely be blown away with it. So the trick over here is to work along with Saturn. The learnings that Saturn gives. Yes, it is tough love. It's like a tough parent who is teaching you things. It's teaching you life skills on that particular house that it is transiting at that point of time. But the trick is to work along with Saturn, to understand that this is something that I need to work in my life, which I really need to polish or address and bring it to some fruition, some conclusion. It can be, like a lot of times I see with people, there are some relationship issues which have been there for years. It's just been again after 3 years or again after 2.5 years, the same pattern gets repeated, and you're just not able to I wouldn't say settle really in a relationship, but something or the other just keeps going wrong in a close relationship. But I think what a lot of people fail to realize is that normally when things come up to the surface time and time again, it's Saturn's way of telling you that the work is still not done. You still need to go back to the blackboard. You still need to maybe start right from the beginning, put the foundation right so that you have a really solid and secure future for yourself over there. You could experience challenges in amongst different societies, cultures, and Saturn expects you to have a grown-up belief system, and there could be some amount of challenges that you could have while, whether it is during communicating with officers or with counterparts that are there in different countries, or it could be with delegations, some amount of a miscommunication or an ability not to be able to put your point across as to how it is and what it is that you're trying to say. So it could be quite a challenge in these 2 years, that you're not able to get across your message and what it is that you're trying to say. It could also be the other way around, that you're just not understanding what is it that the other person, or and since has to do with long distance and it has to do with different societies and cultures and foreigners, it could be with what somebody else is really trying to tell you or open up your mind to. It speaks about Pisces, about an adjustment more on a larger level, more an evolvement on a larger platform. Maybe there are some ideas which really seem really revolutionary to you and your mind is not able to adapt or accept them. Maybe there could be some you are used to working in an extremely traditional or in a structured way, and the way at the speed which world and society is evolving, maybe there could be some ideas or thoughts that could be presented to you and your mind is simply rejecting it. You're not able to adapt yourself to the evolving times that are there. So I think a lot of changes have happened in your belief system, in your value system in 2013, and they carry on changing as per 2014. So try not to hold on to ideas and thoughts or even value and belief systems that you have grown up with, Pisces. They may not be serving you much purpose. So I think the most gracious thing is to let go of it and try and see as to what is new and what serves you well, and that can be adapted now in the current, whether it's market economy or it is your personal life or the way that the entire society is moving. So this year, don't allow your inner critique to put you down too much, Pisces. It's a great opportunity for you to be holding on to self-belief, and self-belief is very different from having misconceptions about new thoughts and new ideas. It's about having faith in yourself that you will get over this, or you will adapt, or you are open to learning. So keep that self-belief open and don't sort of give way to fears or lack of confidence, thinking that you can't do it or it's not up to your alley and it just doesn't work for you, and you're happy just doing things in a very small level. You can't really you can't be going on a larger scale, or you can't be expanding. So let go of all the limiting thoughts and factors that are there. Don't let them drive you. Saturn will make you, it is Saturn's job to make you question each and everything that you believe in, so that by the time that you are through with this, you are a far more stronger and a wiser person, and you know that the decisions that you have taken were correct. So it's just a Saturn's way of sort of taking you back on the blackboard and making you look at your homework again, or making your, for those of you where the foundations are not strong, Saturn is making you put your foundations right before you start building up on that. Do remember that if you're on the right side of Saturn, if you are doing things, everything that is ethically correct and moral and is fair, Saturn for sure will reward you when it leaves your door. And Saturn has this way that while it does drive you for about good 2 years, finally when it leaves your door, it does acknowledge the hard work that you have put, and the reward or the gift that it gives you finally is the deep transformation that takes place inside you. It supports it, and since it's one of the most powerful planets, it supports it fully. So the transformation really lasts with you for a lifetime. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Pisces, and thank you so much for watching. I'll speak with you soon.